Welcome. Today I'll be explaining how to turn on a light switch, part of an instructional series on basic things around the house. Alright, so pay attention. You may have never used one of these before, and so really this is going to be something, a skill you're going to master for the rest of your life. So make sure you pay attention today. Now we come upon it, right, and we see this is the surround and this is the switch itself. Right, you really want to angle it. You might want to drop down to the level, squat, bending with your knees, taking that pressure off your back, because you're going to approach the switch, right? You don't want to approach from a high angle. You don't want to be coming up from too low. You want to be just about level with the switch itself. Now, it may be the case that your visibility to the switch is impaired because the lights are in fact off, right? This is one of the reasons for using a light switch. And so when that occurs, you're going to want to look around the doorways. These are usually where the light switches are located, so that when you come in through a doorway, you can just turn it on. Now there are two, perhaps three principal methods for turning on a light switch. There is the one finger approach, we have the chop, and then we have the more delicate movement. All right, I'm going to go through all three of these, pros and cons, etc., etc. Now, if you just come in here, what you'll see is actually on the light switch are words itself. So in this position, as indicated by the lights being off, the light switch reads off. When the light switch is on, you'll be able to see the words engraved on it, on. Remember, downy offy, uppy onny, right? Downy offy, uppy onny. That's how you're going to remember. You can also kind of look at the lights. That will give you some indication as to whether the light switch is on or off. So, here we go. Been building up to this moment. We're going to come in, and I'm going to try my favorite approach, which is the upward chop, right? You see that? The upward chop attack, right? We're going to come in, and this really allows me, you can see when I just do it like that, this really allows me to not even look, right? With up or a down chop, I don't even need to look at the switch. Where if I'm going to come in with a more refined approach, like the sideways grab, let me show you this now. Sideways grab, and I'm going to just move it up. Yeah. You see, I really need to pay attention to the switch. But with the chop, I don't need to do that as much. Now, when you first do this, you will feel some resistance from the switch. And you may begin to think that perhaps you're doing something wrong. Don't. Push through it, right? Keep going. And eventually, the lights will come on. Okay? So we're giving you kind of two approaches there. We have the sideways pull down, which really you'll rarely see out in the wild. And then we have the chop. Now you can, see, in the chop you can keep the same, up, down, downy, offy, uppy, onny. Now, you can do more of a one finger, and this is usually when you're going to approach the switch from head on, right? And you'll come in and do kind of a one finger like that. And this will allow you to come back up with an on. Again, this is not an approach that I recommend, right? Because you see with the chop, down, up. Now you may be tempted to do a little elbow action like that, particularly if you're trying to avoid touching surfaces. And so the elbow does work, but be aware some of these surrounds may have sharp edges, and that's not something that you want to sort of get on your elbow. And you're going to have a lot less precision, right? And the chop really sort of meets you in between the elbow and then precise sideways grab, as giving you precision, but also speed and, you guessed it, the ability to do it without looking, which I said, when the lights are off, when it's dark, that's going to bring you a lot of comfort and a lot of solace. Okay, so just to recap, when you get to the switch, be at switch level, right? If you're up here, you're never going to hit it. If you're down here, you're not going to hit it either. So you're going to come in, let me show you the way that I would, and this is just personal to me, how I would enter a room and turn on a light switch. Just like that. One motion. See the smoothness of this? I'm just going to grab and I'm out. But what's that? Did you have something else to say? I haven't even looked at the switch, right? So this chopping motion is something you can use for the rest of your life. All right. Thanks very much.